Today we'll be discussing on the topic that is National Commission for the Scheduled Caste. The National Commission for the Scheduled Caste is an Indian constitutional body which is established with a view to provide safeguards against the exploitation of the scheduled caste and the Anglo-Indian communities to promote and protect their social, educational, economic and cultural interests. Special provisions were made in the constitutions. You know, um, so you see that this is a commission specially made or established for the scheduled caste. Like this is also one of the enforcement mechanism for the protection of human rights. Like apart from the judiciary, the other commissions like ST Commission, Women Commission, Minorities Commission, the National Commission for SC is also one of the enforcement mechanism for the protection of the human rights. And Article 338 of the Indian Constitution, specifically deals with the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste. Article 338A deals with the National Commission for the Scheduled Tribes, and this Article 338A, which constitutes with the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste, it was inserted by the 89th Amendment Act 2003. So when we talk regarding the history of this commission for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, the first commission for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes was set up in August 1978 with Bhola Paswan Shastri as a chairman, and there were four other members. And the members of the commission includes a chairman, a vice chairman, and four other members during that time. And it was set up as a national level advisory body to advise the government on broad policy issues and the levels of development of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The President of India appointed the chairman of the commission, and the fifth schedule of the Indian Constitution also deals with the administration and the control of scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. And the service condition, tenure, all these things was determined by the President of India. As per in our constitution, we already have Article 341, which deals with the scheduled caste, and 342 deals with the notification of the scheduled tribes. And that time the regarding the first commission, which was constituted in the 1992 with S.H. Ramthan as chairman. The second commission was established in October 1995 with H. Hanumanatappa as chairman. The third commission was constituted in December 1998 with Dilip Singh Bhuria as a chairman, and the fourth commission was constituted in March 2002 with Dr. Vijay Shankar Shastri as a chairman. Consequently, see, that time the commission was jointly made for the nation, scheduled castes and also for the scheduled tribes. But consequently, upon the Constitution Act, that is the 89th Amendment Act 2003, the erstwhile National Commission for the Scheduled Caste and the Scheduled Tribes, they have been replaced by the National Commission for Scheduled Caste and National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. So earlier there was a joint commission for both the Scheduled Caste and the Scheduled Tribes, but later on, after the 89th Amendment Act, there has been separation of both the commission, specific commission for both the classes. That means National Commission for Scheduled Caste and the National Commission for the Scheduled Tribes. Now, the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste, the first National Commission was established or constituted in 2004 with Suraj Khan as the chairman. The second was constituted on May 2007, and the third from October 2010, and the fourth from 2013. And the fifth National Commission for the Scheduled Caste began work in 2017 under the chairmanship of Ram Shankar Katharia. So, regarding the constitution of the National Commission for Scheduled Caste, Article 338(1) of the Indian Constitution, it provides that there shall be a commission which is for the scheduled caste to be known as the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste. After it has been constituted, there is a composition of the National Commission. Who will be constituted within the National Composition, or the National Composition will consist of how many members? Article 338 Clause 2, it provides that the commission shall consist of a chairperson, the vice chairperson, and three other members. So earlier when the commission was established in 1978, you see, there was the chairman and the four other members. But now you see, as per Article 338 Clause 2, the commission shall consist of a chairperson, vice chairperson, and three other members. And the conditions of the service, the tenure of the office of the chairperson, vice chairperson, and the members so appointed shall be as such the president it is so appointed, it shall be accordingly determined by the president itself. And definitely it is like the when the tenures and salaries and everything are determined by the president. Regarding the appointment also, the chairperson, the vice chairperson and the other members are appointed by the president himself. And as per article 338(4) states that the commission shall have the power to regulate its own procedure. So it has its own power. It can accordingly determine the own procedure. What procedure shall be followed by the commission, it will be determined by the commission itself. Like the chairman will conduct meetings at specific time and places, and they will determine accordingly after the discussions. Like now, you see what are the duty of the, there are various duties which are entrusted to the National Commission for Scheduled Caste. Article 338 clause 5, it provides that various duties. So first and foremost, first duty is that to investigate and monitor all the matters regarding the safeguards which are provided for the scheduled caste under the constitution or under any other law for the time being in force. See, there are various safeguards which are provided in the constitution, especially for the scheduled caste people. As you remember, while I have discussed the fundamental rights in the class, that there are reservation policies, especially for the SCs. So and there are also other provisions for the SCs, they have got the reservation in the panchayats, in the municipalities, in the legislative assembly, in the house of the people, and moreover they have got reservations in various kinds of educational institutions, employment, appointment of the office. So first and foremost duty of the functions of the commission is to investigate and monitor all the matters relating to the safeguards which are provided by the constitution, and there are also other safeguards which are provided under various other laws. So it is a work of the commission to investigate and monitor all the matters. Secondly, second function is that to inquire into the specific complaints with respect to the deprivation of the rights and safeguards of the scheduled caste. That means they inquire into the complaints which are regarding the deprivation of the rights of the specifically of the scheduled caste people. Thirdly, they also participate and advise on the planning process of socio-economic development of the scheduled caste and evaluate the progress of the development under the union or the state. Fourthly, they will have to, they have to present the president annually and at such times the reports upon the working of those safeguards, because the first and foremost function is that they have to safeguard or protect the rights of the scheduled caste people. So definitely they are entrusted with the various activities for the protection of the for the protection of the rights of the scheduled caste. So regarding the working, they have to provide the annual report, what are the work or the activities they have undergone for safeguarding or protecting the rights of the scheduled caste. They have to present that report annually to the president. And another function is that while submitting that annual report to the president, they may also recommend certain measures that should be taken by the union or the state for any effective implementation of for the effective implementation of those safeguards and other measures for the development, welfare and socio-economic development of the scheduled caste. This is another function that they, while sending the annual report, within that report they can also suggest certain recommendations for the effective implementation of those safeguards. The sixth function is that they also discharge certain other functions which may be in relation to the protection, welfare of the and development of the advancement of the scheduled caste as the president may determine accordingly. Moreover, the commission, while submitting the annual reports to the president shall lay down that report before both the House of the Parliament along with the memorandum explaining the action taken or proposed to be taken on the recommendation relating to the union and the reasons for non-acceptance. Moreover, Article 338(7) it provides that where any such report it relates to any matter under which any state government is concerned, a copy of such report shall be forwarded to the governor of the state, who shall cause it to be laid down before the legislature of the state along with the memorandum explaining the action taken or proposed to be taken on the recommendation relating to the state and the reasons for the non-acceptance. So this is the certain procedures which they have to follow, which the how the commissions work. And regarding the powers of the commission, because after the complaint the procedure is it has been provided that like, the procedure is that as per it shall be regulated by the commission. But after the any type of complaint regarding it, it has been lodged by the to the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste. They will have to inquire into the matter, and during the time of inquiry or investigating the matter, they have the powers of a civil court. That means what? They can summon and enforce the attendance of any person from any part of India and examine him on oath. They may also require the discovery and production of any document. They may receive evidence on affidavits. They also may require, any public record or copy thereof from any court or office. They may also issue commissions for the examination of the witnesses and documents and any other matter which the President may by rule determine. So these are the powers of the commission. And the union and and every state government shall consult the commission on all major all major policies affecting the scheduled caste. So you see, regarding when we talk about the procedure which is undertaken by the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste, it's that whenever a complaint, suppose a complaint is lodged before the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste, then the matter will be further inquired into. The commission will inquire into the matter. They will see whether it is credible, whether it is authentic, whether it will see the genuineness of the matter, and whether that inquiry has to be taken further or not. If it they find that it is not required for further inquiry, they will then stop the matter. But if they felt that there is a need to further inquiry, for further inquiry, then they will inquire the matter and investigate the matter. And while inquiring and investigating, they have the powers of a civil court. That means they may call for the attendance of a person. They may examine him on oath. They may call for the examine him on the witnesses. Then they may also ask for the production, furnishing such information which is relevant to that matter. They may also enter into any place, or when they feel that in that place they will get any relevant matter. So in that manner, they can the process of investigation is done. And while investigating an inquiry, there are investigations officers also who inquires into the matter. There are others, technical and administrative staff too, who helps in the investigation. And finally, the decisions are made by the commissions. And sometimes what happens, the commission may also recommend the case, the report, or the matter before the High Court or the Supreme Court too. So this is about the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste.